I am Dr.L.Lakshmi Prabha, Associate Professor in Computer Science. In this session, I will explain about the fundamentals of genetic algorithm. I will explain what is genetic algorithm, basic terminologies used in genetic algorithm, and how it works. Genetic algorithm is a heuristic search method based on the mechanics of natural selection and natural genetics. It is used to solve optimization problems in machine learning and classification problems in data mining. The algorithm classifies the best optimal solution among the several solutions, and its design is based on the natural genetic solution. Genetic algorithm emulates the principles of natural evolution, that is survival of the fittest. Natural evolution propagates the genetic material in the fittest individuals from one generation to the next. The genetic algorithm applies the same technique in data mining. It iteratively performs the selection, crossover, mutation, and encoding process to evolve the successive generation of models. Hence, we can say that a genetic algorithm is a heuristic search technique reflects the process of natural selection where the fittest individuals are selected for reproduction in order to produce offspring of the next generation. This algorithm is being widely used in different real-world applications. For example, designing electronic circuits, code breaking, image processing, and artificial creativity. Variations in genetic algorithm is also available. Before understanding the genetic algorithm, let us first understand the basic terminologies used in this algorithm. Population is the subset of all possible or probable solutions which can solve the given problem. A chromosome is one of the solutions in the population for the given problem, and the collection of genes generate a chromosome. A chromosome is divided into different genes, or it is an element of the chromosome. Allele is the value provided to the gene within a particular chromosome. Apart from this, we should also understand fitness function, genetic operators, and selection process. The fitness function is used to determine the individual's fitness level in the population. It means the ability of an individual to compete with other individuals. In every iteration, individuals are evaluated based on their fitness function. Genetic operators are used to generate offspring better than parents. They play a role in changing the genetic composition of the next generation. Crossover and mutation are the operators used here. In the next slide, I will explain the operators. Selection process is used to determine which of the individuals in the population will get to reproduce and produce the seed that will form the new generation. This selection is done after calculating the fitness of every existent in the population. Now, let me explain the operators crossover and mutation with an example. A crossover point is selected at random within the genes. Then the crossover operator swaps genetic information of two parents from the current generation to produce a new individual representing the offspring. So in this slide, you can see the parents, and the yellow shade defines the crossover done in the offsprings. The mutation operator inserts random genes in the offspring to maintain the diversity in the population. It can be done by flipping some bits in the chromosomes. Here, the third bit colored in yellow is flipped in the mutation process, producing a new offspring. Let us see another example with 8 characters representing the parent. The genes of two parents, P1 and P2, are exchanged among themselves until the crossover point is met. The newly generated offspring are added to the population. The first 2 characters of P2, then 3 characters of P1 from third position, and last 3 characters from P2 are crossed over to produce new generation as shown here. The next image shows the second and fifth characters are mutated with new characters. Now we will see the steps involved in genetic algorithm. It basically involves 5 phases: initialization, fitness assignment, selection, reproduction, and termination. The first phase starts by generating the set of individuals, which is called population. Here each individual is a solution for the given problem. An individual contains a set of parameters called genes. Genes are combined into a string and generate chromosomes, which is the solution to the problem. One of the most popular techniques for initialization is the use of random binary strings. Assume initial population consists of randomly generated rules, and we can represent each rule by a string of bits. As given in this slide, for example, in a given training set, the samples are described by 2 Boolean attributes such as A1 and A2. And this given training set contains 2 classes such as C1 and C2 with values 1 and 0 respectively. We can encode the rule if A1 and not A2, then C2 into a bit string 1, 0, 0. In this bit representation, the 2 leftmost bits represent the attributes A1 and A2. Likewise, the rule if not A1 and not A2, then C1 can be encoded as 0, 0, 1. In the next step, that is the fitness assignment, fitness function is used to determine how fit an individual is. It means the ability of an individual to compete with other individuals. In every iteration, individuals are evaluated based on their fitness function. The fitness function provides a fitness score to each individual. This score further determines the probability of being selected for reproduction. The higher the fitness score, the more chances of getting selected for reproduction. The third phase is selection. In this phase involves the selection of individuals for the reproduction of offspring. All the selected individuals are then arranged in a pair of 2 to increase reproduction. Then these individuals transfer their genes to the next generation. There are 3 types of selection methods: roulette wheel selection, tournament selection, and rank based selection. In the fourth step in reproduction, after the selection process, the creation of a child occurs in this step. The genetic algorithm uses 2 operators that are applied to the parent population to generate the child. The 2 operators are crossover and mutation that I explained earlier. There are different types of crossover exist. 1-point crossover, 2-point crossover, inheritable algorithms crossover. As I explained earlier, Mutation helps in solving the issue of premature convergence and enhances diversification. Types of mutation styles available are flip bit mutation, Gaussian mutation, exchange or swap mutation. Then the last one is the termination. After the reproduction phase, a stopping criterion is applied for termination. The algorithm terminates after the threshold fitness solution is reached. It will identify the final value as the best solution in the population. General workflow of a simple genetic algorithm is shown as flowchart. Genetic algorithm actually try to mimic the human evolution to some extent. The steps are: genetic algorithms start with randomly created initial population of individuals that involves encoding of every variable. Then select parents from this population for mating using fitness function. Apply crossover and mutation operators on the parents to generate new offsprings. These offsprings replace the existing individuals in the population. If the population does not produce offspring which are significantly different from the previous generation, and the process repeats from the step evaluating fitness of individual and select. Let me summarize the points on genetic algorithm. A genetic algorithm is a heuristic search technique, uses genetic and natural selection concepts to solve optimization problems. It iteratively performs the selection, crossover, mutation and encoding process to evolve the successive generation of models. Here, a search space is a set of all possible solutions to the problem. Traditional algorithms need more information in order to perform a search, whereas genetic algorithm needs only one objective function to calculate the fitness of an individual. Genetic algorithms can work parallelly since calculating the fitness of the individualities are independent. Genetic algorithms are probabilistic and stochastic in nature and can generate multiple optimal results from different generations. Thank you.